Every once in a while, a video pops off about Cinderella's glass slippers, claiming that the slippers were never glass to begin with. But is it true? I mean, what do the folklorists think? This is Oops All Cinderellas, a series where I, Liz, talk ad nauseum about folkloric and literary versions of the Cinderella fairy tale because she simply will never die. You heard it here first, folks. Cinderella is immortal. She is unkillable. Plus, it's the 75th anniversary of the Disney movie, which just goes to show I am always topical, even when I didn't actually realize it 3 weeks ago when I started telling Cinderella videos again. First off, this theory is one that can't really be proven completely wrong or right, short of going back in time and asking Charles Perrault himself, and I refuse to time travel to that era because of, everything. And anyway, I don't speak French, and I don't have a time machine, so I guess we're just gonna have to look at the research like a bunch of fucking nerds. To recap the theory I am discussing, some people have proposed that Cinderella's glass slippers were actually made of rare, expensive squirrel fur, and not glass, because the French words for rare, expensive squirrel fur and glass are homonyms. They say Perrault's folklore sources told him the fancy squirrel fur version, and that it got mistakenly written as glass, either by Perrault himself, or by his publisher, or a translator, or what have you. Long story short, this theory has been thoroughly debunked. Snopes has a very well researched debunking. They point out that the fancy squirrel fur word wasn't much in use by Perrault's time. But the furry theory fans will say perhaps his Cinderella was set long ago and far away in an era when they did use the fancy squirrel fur. I mean, maybe, but Perrault was a pretty fucking smart dude and very scholarly, so I highly doubt he misheard or mistranslated. I also highly doubt that countless people who have translated his text, including like literal fairy tale history experts, made that error. In fact, you can see here in Jack Stipe's translation that the title of Perrault's version was Cinderella, or The Little Glass Slipper. And later you can see that the prince carefully picks up said slipper, which is an adverb I'd prescribe to glass over fur. And think about it, a glass slipper is unique and magical and worthy of noting in the title of a fairy tale, but a fur slipper? Even an expensive fur slipper? Who cares? Think of it this way. Anyone can buy a Givenchy shoe if you have enough money, but a glass slipper that molds to the foot, that's the kind of shit fairy godmothers give you. And you don't have to take my fucking word for it. I am so sorry, LeVar Burton. Because I verified this personally with people who know more than me. Thank you to doctors Brittany Warman, Sarah Cleto, and Gina Jorgensen for verifying and always answering my annoying fairy tale emails. Okay, so it was extremely likely that it has been glass, it was glass, and it was not fur. But what about the theory that Cindy's slipper is actually just a euphemism for her precious virginity? Well, that's another theory for another video. God, I am already exhausted. I'll see you for more Cinderellas.